Okay.
Lulu, during the trip, I had something I wanted to ask you, but we didn't happen to run into each other.
Yes, Duchess?
I'm not sure if you remember, but we've met before. At that time, you were of two minds as to your choice of career. Tell me, what have you been up to since?
Skills. Manipulation. Octwism. Erudtion. Sciences. And diplomat. Science, society. Politics. Etiquette. Linguistics. Conviction and questioning, villaging, psychology, agility, and logic. Huh. Notice noteworthy detail or read people's behavior like an open book. Use your logic, mind, and agility and questioning.
Well, over the last few years, I've solved a number of crime cases. Like the chauffeur d'Angers, for example. Thieves that tortured their victims with burning embers.
Charming. How did you catch them?
I told the most cowardly one that the others had given him up.
Ah, and I wager your thief suddenly started to talk.
You wouldn't believe it. He told us everything. The jobs, the stashes, the names of his partners. Couldn't shut him up.
I heard about that case, but I didn't know you were the one who solved it.
I'm flattered that the news made it across the channel. And you've got a darn good memory, Duchess.
Well, they say I have the memory of two people. But please, call me Emily.
Fine, Emily. Tell me, I was actually helped on that case by my mother. You wouldn't know her by any chance?
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
Please excuse me, madam. I'm sure we've met before, but I don't remember where.
I appreciate your honesty, even if it's not very flattering for me.
I imagine that with your beauty, madam, it's the first time a man hasn't remembered your face.
Well, I must say, you make up for yourself rather elegantly.
Please stop torturing me. I'm completely at your mercy. Where have we met?
4 years ago, in London?
No, sorry, I don't remember.
In the office of William Pitt. Remember? No?
I'm so sorry, Emily, but I really don't remember you.
Let's drop it, Louis. It doesn't matter. Right, time to go to the manor.
Opportunities. Your skills allow you to discover hidden details. Select the object that is most suggestive of the situation in order to discover them. Opportunities do not consume effort points. To access the skill required for the situation, you need to have unlocked it.
I ask her a question. She answers with another. Is she playing with me?
Personality. Each person you meet on the island has their own personality, which makes them vulnerable to certain skills and immune to others. Exploiting their personality is crucial to achieve your personal goals. Skills used against immunities will not succeed and leave you exhausted. Meanwhile, exploited vulnerabilities will give you 1 effort point back. Review immunities and vulnerabilities in the journal lab in the menu. Immunity revealed, vulnerability revealed. Push to access.
Emily.
Right. Emily was where is... Oh, that's all of it. Duchess continued. Very discreet about her origins, Emily only came onto the political scene after her wedding, that some qualified as marriage of interest. To an old, modern, but discreet, she has taken it upon herself to establish close ties with her peers. In a few years she has become the favorite diplomat of the Queen, which is what probably promoted her Prime Minister, William Pratt, to take her as a private secretary, thus provoking such suspicion and jealousy. As a regular visitor, Emily accepted Sir Gregory Holmes' invitation to come to Lord Mortimer's island because of nothing in the world would she miss one of these receptions.
Excuse my insisting, but you still have...
Possess. Immunity. Logic. The other is to be discovered.
You'll see, Louis. Everybody here knows Sarah de Richet.
I don't know where we're going with this, Emily, but you're connected to my mother one way or another. And if I can believe my vision, you don't have much of a place in her heart.
You have attained talents when carrying out certain actions. Remember to view their unlocked conditions and efforts as they offer very interesting improvements. View all talents dedicated tab in the menu. Talents. Let's see. Have the fake elements displayed during an opportunity. Let's see. You gain 10% more. Yeah.
Good evening, sir. May I ask your name, please?
Louis Moras de Richet.
Monsieur de Richet. Delighted to welcome you among us, sir. You must be Sarah de Richet's son. I must
You ain't
tell
telling me
you
this dude ain't into some
find my
freaky
mother as
stuff.
quickly as possible.
You must be sure. I must tell you, we are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
I have an appointment with Lord Mortimer. Would you be so kind as to lead me to him?
Unfortunately, sir, I cannot. I don't know exactly where my master is. But rest assured, sir, everyone is waiting for you at the manor. Sir Holm insists on welcoming you in person. Since your mother went missing, everyone has been concerned about finding her.
Who is Sir Holm?
A close friend of Lord Mortimer's. Please, rest assured, sir, it won't take us long to find your revered mother. Indeed, we are searching the caves again, because lights were seen at the wharf just last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
skills. Your skills give you access to unique choices and actions at the cost of effort points. The higher your skill, the lower the cost in effort points. Browse your skills by using the character tab in the menu. Character tab. Which I've already added some points, so... Let's see, logic, agility. We think that perhaps his mother was here. Have you found anything here?
And did you find anything then?
We discovered a certain amount of damage, sir, on the wooden part of the wall.
What type of damage?
Broken barrels, mainly. We'll do whatever...
Let's see. Servant. Vulnerability question.
Have been rapidly repaired. But quite frankly, I can't imagine what Sir's mother would have been doing with them.
What could Mother have been doing with barrels?
Nevertheless, our search of the dwarf hasn't been entirely unsuccessful, though.
What do you mean?
We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials SDR. We came to the conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother, Sarah de Richet. I have orders to give it to Lord Mortimer as soon as I see it.
I know my mother. She's not the kind to go for a midnight stroll to the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what the hell she was doing. Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
On the landing dock, sir. The one you arrived by.
Let me have that handkerchief. I'll take care of it. You'll give me back the handkerchief. Say no more than you will kindly give me the handkerchief.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
When Sir would like to go to the manor, it will suffice to take the stone stairs there. Duty calls. Of course, Sir may take as much time as he requires.
You must have come here for a specific reason. I need to know what it is. What could she be doing out here on this wharf?
Hold that to move faster. Alright.
Latin inscription. Enesis, mi fili quantile producia mundus ergatum.
Let's see, nothing else. Oh, there's something glowy here.
The barrel's been broken for quite some time.
Anything else glowy? Couple things.
The chest might belong to Duchess.
Alright.
Great. Honey. Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
How do I select it? How do I use it? Handkerchief, invitation.
Looks like a bar from an old gate. This miserable bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still torn, and the tip is blackened. Without announce the contract, I put my money on cannon powder. This might just come in handy.
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Some rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time.
Huh.
Let's see what's hidden inside. Ah, one of the letters is stamped with the seal of the order. And I recognize your handwriting anywhere, Mother. But who is this Samuel Ritter d'Auchois? Who are you writing to? I don't recognize the name. Let's see what's inside this letter. So,
Dear Samuel, my stay on Lord Mortimer's island is going wonderfully well. As I find myself in such charming company, I plan to stay a few more weeks. Would you be so kind as to send me a gift that I'd like to give to our old friend Manuel Godoy? I would be most grateful. I have been told that he's going to join us here soon. I would like to mark the occasion. Thank you in advance. Yours devotedly, Sarah Faustine de Richet.
what is your game here, Mother? Secrets. Always more secrets. You never talk to anyone using language like this. Something's going on here. Who is this Samuel Ritter? And for crying out loud, who is this Manuel Godoy that you keep bringing up? Think. Godoy. Manuel Godoy. Why does that name sound so familiar? I'm guessing he's a man of some importance. Spanish, I'd say. But just can't put a face to him. Well, hope we meet to talk about it soon, Mother. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into this time, but I'll bet you've got a lot to tell me. A lantern. Nothing special. See what's hidden inside. Let's look. The address is in Sao Paulo, Brazil. That reminds me. It's about time the order sent some envoys there. It's too badly written, I can't make out the address. Address is 50 Bedford Square, London. A letter written in an Oriental language. even the slightest idea what it says. Probably Dutch. An address in Cairo, Egypt. Mortimer communicates with the whole world, apparently. This envelope is meant for the Vatican. This name sounds familiar. Hush. No. Can't seem to place it. How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop? Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sada the Rich, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Confrontations. During a confrontation, you will go through several steps while being as persuasive as possible. Confrontations have consequences on the rest of the story, so don't hesitate to use your skills. Each confrontation displays an interface showing how much the person you are talking to is convinced.
Thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest esteem. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is very commendable. But since we work together on a daily basis, it's surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
We're members of the Golden Order, professional secret, sorry.
My mother and I belong to the same secret organization, the Golden Order, which I joined a few years ago. Mother trained me, and I assist in her research. In other words, you can trust me.
My child, you are telling a perfect stranger that you and your mother work for a secret society.
Damn it.
It would seem that discretion is not one of your specialities, my son. You will understand that it does not encourage me to put my trust in you.
All the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me, and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
It depends on what it contains. You can count on me. Yes.
Only you know that, Your Eminence. If you're asking me if you can trust me, or if I can keep a secret, I would answer...
Let's see. Questioning is his vulnerability.
I understand.
In truth, it all depends on the nature of the contents of your letter.
It is a list of names.
This list must be of extreme importance.
If only you knew. It's a list of people that your mother must help. Listen to me. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before going that no one other than your mother will read it?
Confrontation, last step. For the last step of the confrontation, you must convince the person you are talking to by giving a positive answer. If you give a bad answer, the step will repeat itself until either you give the right answer or you have no blunders left. The last step of a confrontation will repeat itself if you fail.
I swear by the Almighty God to honor the promise that no one will cast her gaze upon your letter.
Good. Listen, let's stop there. I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur.
Trait. You gained 1 skill point in manipulation, skill point in psychology, detective class cost less to acquire. You gained 1 skill point in manipulation.
Your mother are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is littered, being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all her convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her sister. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look for it.
Let's see. Hidden elements. Many clues and items are hidden. Some of them have an impact on your adventure. So don't hesitate to look for them.
Lies of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men.
Manuscripts. Manuscripts allow you to educate yourself during the adventure. At the start of each quest, you will choose what to read and gain permanent skill points. Find your manuscripts by using inventory tab and menu. Blah blah blah.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence, Cardinal Piaggi. He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simple.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Oh
Delighted
shit.
at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Richie. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Jimmy.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet. And you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
At the risk of disappointing you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Richie's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Horn, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richie, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Like you, Mr. President, I'm here as a result of Lord Mortimer's invitation.
2 members of the same family? That is rare.
You know what they say. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
When the time limit is over, an answer is automatically selected. Shit.
Good evening, my friend.
Holy shit. That's the man from my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start.
And now, my dear guests, a light
It didn't
meal
even have
is
the
served
whole
in a small salon. For those who would like to,
stuff
you're invited to
around.
follow
Cool.
me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my talks. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is vexed.
Oh,
We shall be quiet.
don't take it the wrong way, Sir, but I've already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about his home. I saw it in my vision. Let's see what Washington has to say. Sir, if you don't mind, I shall stay here.
Do exactly as you please, young man.
Louis, thank you for staying. Just like you, when I arrived this morning, I found out that Sarah had gone missing. I know your mother well. Don't worry. Emily is from the English branch of the Golden Order.
And President Washington is in fact the leader of the Order in the United States.
I didn't know.
Sorry to have made you wait, but I didn't want to speak in front of the others.
You did well. Secrecy and discretion are the pillars of our organization.
If I can help in any way at all, please don't hesitate to ask, my lad. And if you have any other questions, now's the time.
Tell me more about this Mortimer.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
Lord Mortimer is a remarkable man. He's wealthy, and his advisors are the very highly placed. Your mother is the head of the Order in France. It doesn't surprise me that he asked her to come.
Lord Mortimer greatly contributed to financing my electoral campaign, for example. But I want this to be clear, without ever seeking to gain an advantage.
And that is to his credit.
Yes, you can trust him. He will do everything in his power to help you find Sarah.
Mr. Washington, you seem to be very familiar with my mother. Where did you first meet her?
I met Sarah during the War of Independence on American soil. She was introduced to me by a mutual acquaintance, and I must say that her sound advice prevented me from making some terrible mistakes. She may not be a soldier, but believe me, she deserves a statue as much as Lafayette does.
Well, I didn't see that one coming. There's no doubt Mother has many secrets that are still hidden. Right. Would it be too much if I asked you a few more questions?
Not at all. Go ahead. But I can't promise I'll remember everything.
May I ask, when you saw each other, what did you talk about? When she came to the U.S., did you exchange ideas about the Golden Order?
Exactly. What's more, she was essential in helping set up the American branch of the Order. I would never have become its leader without her help. We are a new country. And to achieve our democratic ideals, we need to count on discrete powers such as our organization.
Thank you, sir. I was hoping to speak with Lord Mortimer. At least now I have some information, thanks to you.
I repeat, Lord Mortimer is a man of his word. You won't be disappointed. And I am persuaded that your mother's research is his main concern.
Uh-huh. Do you know others in the Order know?
Mother still is at the head of the Golden Order. I find it difficult to believe that she came to this island without notifying the other members.
As for myself, I did not know. I am here at the request of Sir Holm, a situation regarding the Crown of England to resolve, and to see what Lord Mortimer has to propose to us.
As for me, Lord Mortimer asked me here to speak about the future of America. I did not know that your mother would even be among us. In any case, no one has yet mentioned associating the Order.
We haven't found many clues yet.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm sure nothing bad has happened to her.
Yes, I hope not.
Careful, they're coming back.
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Sir Holm, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth, President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence.
Washington looks surprised, but Holmes doesn't seem to see it. I wonder if he's being polite or if he really doesn't see his discomfort.
On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow. Oh, man. It's been quite a day. Right. Where is my room?
Make sure there's nothing blinging around here. Set at the end of the corridor. No. Guess I could run.
That's me.
See what's further over this way if I can.
Consiglio His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Cool.
President George Washington.
Damn, there's still more. I'm back to where I started. Save this. And restart since the internet's messing up a bit. So be back soon.